Yes, Luke, give in to your anger. Let the power flow through you. Who's this? Destroy Commander Riker. Greetings and welcome to a little bit of Elite Dangerous here on the channel, but not just regular Elite. Oh no, this is the Elite Dangerous CQC Beta. CQC stands for Close Quarters Championship, I believe, and it is basically an arena combat mode for Elite Dangerous, which is a space trading game ordinarily, or a sort of a space sim, I guess. But none of that here. This is cold hard combat. Now, this is only, I think, my third match. The first time I tried to play with the Xbox controller, that didn't work. Then I tried to play without rebinding any of the controls on my joystick, and I'd forgotten, or at least maybe it hadn't mapped it or something, but I didn't have the ability to target people, which I thought maybe was just part of the game. But no, now I have mapped target closest enemy, and as you can see, my gun's now gimbal slightly to be able to track the target, which makes an enormous difference. Although I don't seem to be able to take this guy's shields down. What is going on with his shield? Look at that. Is he... I think that's a Sidewinder, isn't it? I think it's a Sidewinder, but it seems to be a Sidewinder with enormously powerful shields. Nonetheless, I shall kill him. Focus, focus, focus. See how his hull drops down through 50% down, and there we go, he's dead! Did I get the kill? I didn't get the kill. Somebody stole the kill from me. Curse you other pilots who are flying around. This is just a deathmatch game. There are deathmatch, team deathmatch, or they call it team combat, I think. And like a capture the flag mode. This is the only mode that I've tried so far. So yeah, I've done a lot better since I figured out that I could target people. In fact, I won my last match resoundingly once I turned on targeting. And hopefully I'm going to do reasonably well. There we go, that's a kill. That is a kill. Now, Elite Dangerous, it's kind of... I think the idea is they were going for sort of World War II fighter planes in space. Now, in the base game, there's not a lot of geometry to fight around. You can fight in like asteroid fields, which is probably the most interesting place, or around kind of like harvestable asteroid clusters. But you can't really fight around the bases or the outposts, which is a real shame because they're kind of the most interesting thing there is in space. And there's not a lot of those, to be fair. As this goes on, you will probably realize that I have pretty mixed feelings about Elite Dangerous. It's a game that I really, really want to love. A game that I was looking forward to for literally, 10, 15 years since Frontier Elite 2 and Frontier First Encounters. But let's just say I've been disappointed. I haven't really played the game at all this year. It came out in January. I haven't played it since release, other than a few brief sessions just to see what it's like and to try out the various updates, none of which have really added anything that have been particularly interesting until now. CQC, weirdly enough, is actually the one that I'm probably going to get the most enjoyment and fun out of. I can see myself coming in and flying about and playing CQC quite a bit, which is not the game that I originally thought I was buying or backing, and it's not what I thought would come along, and there are other things I would much rather like to see in the game. But at least it means I've got a chance of getting my money's worth out of my original purchase now. But just in case you're thinking about buying Elite Dangerous, I will tell you right now, do not buy it now. Horizons, which is the expansion, is coming out at the end of this year. It costs the cost of a full price game, and you need that to get the next season of updates, and it will include the original game. So basically there is no sense in buying Elite Dangerous right now. If you're interested in the game, hold fire until Horizons come out. Buy Horizons and you will get the next year's worth of updates. Now this, I could rant about this all day. I'm actually really angry about the way that that Frontier have handled this. The model, like the way in which the game is being released and developed. I think it was released too early. I think it was lacking content. All sorts of things. I could go on and on, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to look at CQC and the CQC beta, which is what we're doing, and I should focus on the battle because actually I'm doing kind of well here. 450. I'm in first place. We're kicking ass. We're kicking ass and taking numbers. Obviously, ranting is like the dark side. Yes, Luke, give in to your anger. Let the power flow through you. Who's this? Destroy Commander Riker. William Riker must fall beneath your laserish death. Where is he? There he is. I will destroy you, Riker, even though we're crossing genres now, or at least IPs. Awesome. I've taken the lead, 550 points. I think I might actually win this. What I really love, actually, in this CQC is these like massive structures that we're flying around, and also just like the intensity of having so many human players. You very, very rarely meet more than one human player at a time in the actual game. Maybe a couple from time to time if you're at a popular place. But having this, like having like masses of people. I mean, look at this! Oh, we've flown inside the structure, pounding away on the shields of Commander Auto something or other, Auto Man UK, and on to Commander Warder, and victory is mine! Look at that! Ah, it does. Apparently, ranting is good for gameplay. I have kicked their ass, and I have taken some numbers. Look at that, 750. I have properly kicked their ass. The closest was 450. So, I mean, as you can see, I don't know how skilled those players are. I've only played a few rounds of this, but, you know, I was ranked 1 to 3, and I was beating guys ranked sort of 20. So, I guess it's not... The things that you unlock are not necessarily going to, like, make you massively better. I think they've gone to pains to try and keep things relatively balanced, even when you've unlocked a bunch of cool stuff. What you do unlock, which, of course, will make a difference, is access to new ships. And look, I mean, lightweight shields... various sort of upgrades like that to the loadouts. Now, I've not messed... Should we have a look at that? I've not messed around with it before, but let's take a look at what I can do now. We've got 42 seconds before the next battle, so hopefully that'll be long enough. So we've now got the Sidewinder and the Eagle available to us, in addition to the F-63 Condor that we were flying previously. Should we take the Eagle? I have an Eagle in like the base game. I enjoyed during the beta flying my Eagle around quite a bit. It was like the first kind of ship after the Sidewinder that you get, or that you can afford. So let's grab that. Loadouts, we've got a beam laser, which we just used the basic loadout. We haven't got long before the battle starts, so that's cool. That sounds good to me. 10 seconds to the start of the battle. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Here we go. So, round 2. I think it's actually more like round 4 for me, but we'll call it round 2 because this is the second round I'm recording. We're in the Eagle. It's a nice little ship. We can... Oh, look, we've got beam lasers now, which should be much better, actually, than the pulse lasers, but they will overheat more quickly. Someone's got us now. Someone's firing at us. I'm not sure if the Eagle is more maneuverable or less maneuverable. It feels a little bit more sluggish than the previous craft. Oh, look! I've got heat sinks instead of chaff. So heat sinks basically cause you to, like, they dump your heat, which should make you harder to target. But chaff actually, like, disrupts targeting directly and makes it really difficult for people to lock onto you. Oh, this is not working. This is not working. Concentrate, man. Concentrate. I think I'm going to die. Everything is burning. My ship's... Is it dead? No, I'm actually okay. I'm still alive somehow. Shields are recharging. I've put full power to systems. So as you can see on the right-hand side there, just next to kind of like the little picture of my ship with the spinning circle around it, which is... Oh, it's gone. Alright, we'll show you that in a second. Who are we killed by? Velek. Velek, my old nemesis. So yeah, at the bottom you can see my ship with the blue circles around it. The blue circles represent my shields. And then on the right hand side of that are my 3 systems. So we've got Sys, which is basically shields, engine, which of course is how fast I can go and my maneuverability, and then weapons. And you can divert those 6 pips that you've got available between those various different systems so that you can... Oh yes, look! Boom! I was barely even paying attention and we killed Dion. You can divert systems. So I've diverted power to my shields because I've taken damage to my shield, so it will mean they'll recharge more quickly. I don't think it's going to help because look, oh, that was close. Shields are now offline. Let's try and put some like geometry between us and our assailants. Let's fly around. This, of course, is you don't really get to do this very much in the actual game, the original game, because there isn't these structures to fly around. There's only really asteroids. But I could see this being. I can see this being a lot of fun and actually learning, like, you know, like routes that you can... Nice! Got the kill! Ah! Just before I died. I can see learning kind of like escape routes where you dive down through the ship and kind of like bank out of it and things being quite important. I've never really messed around with head tracking. I kind of got the free head tracking stuff and gave it a try a little bit, but I never got it set up working very well. I think it could work really well in this game, especially for CQC. Being able to look around and see where people are and target them more easily, I think it gives you a massive advantage and just make the game feel more immersive. This game, like, we're going to die again. Look at that. I just totally got... I need to pay attention to the game. But I wanted to talk about VR because, of course, one of the big selling points, in inverted commas, of Elite Dangerous is the dedicated VR support. Whenever they put it on show, they always have the Oculus Rift there. Like, you know, they made a big thing about the Oculus Rift support. And from what I hear, it's awesome to play, although the Oculus Rift is still a fairly low resolution piece of kit, so some of the stuff is hard to read and hard to deal with. Obviously, I imagine when the commercial version becomes available, that won't be so much of an issue. And certainly for the Steam one, is it Steam and HTC are supposed to be doing like their own VR headset as well that looks really very shiny. Although an interesting note, although the game supports Oculus Rift, an unreleased piece of technology. Oh, there we go. We just popped again. It doesn't support what's it called? NVIDIA 3D Vision, which has been around for years, which provides 3D like on TV or in the cinema, 3D on a screen. That combined with a head tracker, I think, would be virtually as good as VR, if not better, because you don't lose any resolution. But it doesn't support it. Anyway, look, that is not important right now. What's important is that we engage these suckers in combat. Look, we're losing. We're down in 6th position, 250. 550 is the winner, the top place person. This is no good. We're going to have to turn this around. Weird Wizard is on the case. He is on the case and being blown to pieces. But can we get a kill before we go? Yes, and there we go. There's a lot of dying in this. There is a lot of dying. It's very fast-paced. It doesn't take long to lose your shields. It's relatively difficult once you've got someone on your tail to actually lose them. You know, there's only so much you can do. If you've got not got any geometry to hide behind, then basically, that's not hiding behind geometry. That's face planting into it. And you don't have like chaff or something you can use to break their lock on you. Then the chances are you're going to die. So it's best just to focus fire and try and take out as many people before that happens as possible. And maybe, like I said, learn the ins and outs, learn some ways to dive through things and kind of lurk behind things and all that sort of stuff. Capture the flag and team may be different in that respect. I'm not sure. I suppose it's... Oh, someone's got me. They're coming at me from behind. There's nothing I can do. Eject, eject. I don't think I'm going to win this one. Look, Dean's taking fire. I mean, this is the other thing. It's just a feeding frenzy, you know. I mean, you see someone firing at someone else, you know, and you can either fire at them or you can fire at the person they're firing at. It's just everybody firing at everybody else, lasers flying everywhere, blue engine flares burning in the night, the planet in the background. I mean, it is really good, I have to say. It's very, very pretty, and this is what the game does really well. It's just a shame the rest of the game isn't as well designed and as much fun and as sort of like deep is perhaps the wrong word for this type of combat, but for what it is, it's relatively deep. You've got, like, you know, it's not just point and shoot. It's not just a turning battle. It kind of is a little bit in the main game, but in here with all this geometry around you, with the various different, like, you know, systems management, and the fact that, you know, your highest turning rate is at mid throttle, so you've got, like, throttle control is a really big part of good combat in this game. Which is cool, but this isn't helping me to win. I've clawed it back a little bit. We're now in 5th place, 450. Let's see if we can... This guy's going to win any second. Auto, whatever his name is, he's going to win pretty soon. Let's see if I can climb another place or two before he does. Can we get another kill in? Come on, we're burning away. No! We didn't need to do it. Let's take a quick look at what customization options are available now. I think I'm about level 5 or 6. So, level 5, there we go. Loadout, edit, beam lasers, there's OC pulse, cannon, beam, silent running. Well, I haven't unlocked any of these things, unfortunately. Basically, I think a lot of these are probably going to be side grades. So, like, for example, the cannon is a very slow firing piece of equipment. And it's kinetic rather than laser. Let's take a look at the Condor. This was the first one. Pulse lasers, no, okay. Chaff launcher, no, we haven't unlocked. What have we unlocked? Oh, there we go, look, it comes with a new. We can put reversed resistances on. Armor that is strong against laser weaponry and weak against kinetics. Well, everybody's been using lasers so far, so I'll put that on and see how that goes. Boost diverter, shield generator. We can put lightweight shields on, which are lighter and have a lower power draw, but otherwise seem to be identical. So that is pretty much a direct upgrade because it uses less mass and less power. Not that we had power issues in the Condor, but I did have a few power issues in the Eagle, so maybe if you can get that in the Eagle, it would be a good thing. So, as I close out and give you my final thoughts and opinions on Elite Dangerous CQC, I thought I'd leave a little montage on screen of the final round that I fought and recorded this morning, which was a lot of fun. It was very intense. Pretty much that's what the whole play session has been. It's been a lot of fun and it's been pretty intense. I kind of didn't want to like this. I came in not wanting to like it because my main concern about CQC is it really elite? I mean, is this really what the game needs when it's lacking so much depth in other areas? What the original goal was. I mean, Elite for me is a space sim, it's a space trading game, it's a role-playing game, it's an adventure game. You know, combat actually comes fairly far down on the list for me, and was already kind of fairly well represented in the game. If you wanted to go pew-pewing, you know, it was quite good. That said, what this is, CQC, is Quake 3 Arena in spaceships, and it's really, really good at being Quake 3 Arena in spaceships. And Quake 3 Arena is a great game. You know, I love my first-person shooters, especially back in the day. I used to play a lot of first-person shooters and PvP games and online games and things like that, and they're a lot of fun. It's very intense. It's a very different type of gaming experience. And this does it very, very well. So if you like those types of games and you already own Elite Dangerous, CQC is a really great addition. Unfortunately, if you don't already own Elite Dangerous, then it is not the right time to be buying Elite Dangerous because they've got this crazy business model. No matter how cool it is to fly down through tunnels with somebody chasing behind you, blasting away on your shields, bouncing off things, and all the rest of it, it's awesome, yes, but if you buy Elite Dangerous today, you'll have to pay full price again for the continued development in a couple of months' time. It's crazy. It's a completely insane business model. But if you forget about that for the moment, if you already own Elite Dangerous, then CQC is well worth checking out. If you like your arena combat games, and even if you don't, check it out. You might just find, actually, it's pretty good fun. And it is pretty good fun. Until then, I have been Weird Wizard. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you later. We're firing the main engines, cocktails, carrying the Wizard X and the WizScan Ultra P off into orbit. And to separate the shroud, which has exploded away from the main spacecraft, Lena Kerman stays outside just in case she is needed to perform a rescue or anything of that nature as Gamby Kerman leaves the station.